Meng grabs one of Piers' inventions, the appearance gun, and points it at the queen. Piers is transformed into Heihachi Mishima, whom we later know as Dr. Machete. Meng tosses the gun on the ground and destroys it, ensuring that Machete will never return to being Piers. Meng revealed she was lying about the turtles earlier. She only released them because they reminded her of her ugliness. She knows that she is unattractive, untalented, and unintelligent. She deems the world they live in as unfair and rotten to its core. Beautiful people could never understand her struggles. Meng wants to be like Piers. Piers tries to reason with Meng, offering to find a way to make her beautiful in the future. Meng replies that she wants to be beautiful now. Meng transforms into Piers. Piers warns her that the device will stop working in 3 years. But by then, Meng claims, everyone will be dead alongside her. Meng, now claiming the title of Queen Piers, orders the other Piers to disappear. A drone fires its laser at Piers, but she manages to slip away by using a special remote she had tucked away. Meng has 3 years to live a beautiful life, while Piers limps away in the body of a fighting game character. Gu watches all these memories unfold, the truth of the world. The memories merge together into a visage of Piers. Piers admits that she was Machete, the same man who helped her become a beautiful woman. Gu is worried about her sister, but Piers reassures her that time inside this space is separate from the outside world. Piers explains that they are inside the inner space of the seismograph, wherein her consciousness and the consciousness of her predecessors are stored away. The blood that she gave Gu earlier unlocked access to it. Gu asks how she can turn off the beauty filter, and Piers explains that all her devices run on the power granted by the seismograph. The beauty filter, which Meng began developing on her own, cannot be stopped anymore. Gu asks how she can stop the filter from killing all non-beautiful life, and Piers replies that there is only one way: to reselect the standards of beauty. There is no other alternative. Piers remarks that she has long thought about what the proper standard for people should be. She has observed memories of her predecessors, who all had different answers to that question. Some worshipped height, others health, and others money. Different generations appreciate different aesthetics, and these standards always change. However, she has found that there is one constant: the average Joe. She encourages Gu to change the rules so that ordinary people becomes the new standard, but this will inevitably kill off those who don't live up to them. She asks Gu to choose. Gu stands silent for a moment before declaring that she won't make a choice. She detests this world, where beauty is the decider for everything. She desperately tried to fight against that world and failed, but everything changed when she became beautiful. From her new position of power, she made it so that high-star people did the work of the low-star people and freed the prisoners of Uglygate Prison. However, she knows now that she was wrong. Cha was right. Beauty is not inherently bad. What's bad is using it as the end-all standard of living. Gu sees another way out of this. Destroy the seismograph completely. Piers, horrified, tells him to reconsider. Without the seismograph, her equipment throughout the country and the world would stop working. The world would fall into chaos, and Gu herself might die. Gu has accepted his fate. He's confident that, even without the drones telling people their worth, people will decide for themselves what their worth is. No longer will ugly people hide in shame. Everyone will have the same opportunity to carve out a name for themselves. That world is enough. Gu recalls all the drones back to the castle, and she has them target the seismograph. In a united concert, the drones open fire on the device. Piers' laboratory is blown to bits as Gu's body slowly crumbles away. Piers slowly disappears, and she hopes that Gu made the right choice. The results are instantaneous. The people are saved. Machete transforms back into Piers, and Meng opens her eyes to find herself still alive. The seismograph is destroyed, but so is Gu. In her final moments, she hopes that the world turns out to be beautiful. She says a final goodbye to Meng. The castle is enveloped by a massive pillar of light as it is destroyed. The beam can be seen for miles. Meng, realizing that Gu sacrificed herself, cries out in grief. 2 years pass. The horrors of that day are immortalized in a memorial, with many paying their respects to the deceased. There is much clamor for the fake Piers to be apprehended soon. The true Piers returns to the castle and officially repeals the Beauty Class Act. Piers also holds a press conference for the first time in forever. Later, after dismissing a meeting with her ministers, Piers asks May if she's found the culprit. May replies that they haven't found her yet. Piers remarks that they likely don't want to be found. Across the world, ugly and attractive people alike live in peace. though many unattractive people have begun heavily using video filters to change their appearance. Meanwhile, across the world, Mang has begun living on her own. The door behind her suddenly swings open, and a familiar voice calls out her name.